Based on our props, I think you know the movie we're talking about today. Everybody be careful with them.
If you make a mess in this jungle, I'm gonna take away your allowances.
Alright, turn them off. Let's see who we have on the show today. We have Ryan the Lion.
Hey, how's it going?
Quackrin.
Hi.
Number 66.
Hello there.
And Walter.
What's up?
And I am Cornelius. And today we are going to be talking about the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Rated TVG, and it came out this year. And it is directed by Ken Cunningham, written by David Shane, based on characters by George Lucas. And it stars the voice talents of AJ Locasso, Anthony Daniels, and Ben Pendergrass. And I want to note that only Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, and Kelly Marie Tran reprise their roles. So the entire cast is different. This movie is about Rey. She leaves her friends to prepare for Life Day as she sets off on an adventure to gain a deeper knowledge of the Force. At a mysterious temple, she is hurled across the timeline on an adventure, and will she make it back in time for Life Day? This is obviously kind of a spoof of the 1970s holiday special, but I want to know some overall opinions, and I'm starting with our resident Star Wars expert, number 66.
I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic.
Me too.
It really made it fun because they could make fun of Star Wars and make fun of themselves. So I really appreciated that. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was entertaining, and I think that it did have like a really good message and a good plot. I also want to add with the voice actor thing that they did have some voice actors from the Clone Wars that did Obi-Wan, right? James Arnold Taylor did Obi-Wan, and he was in there. The guy, I forget the guy's name that did Yoda, D. Bradley Baker. So they had some Clone Wars actors, voice actors in there too, so that was cool.
Now, I'm going with our next Star Wars aficionado, and Quackrin. She's seen everything Star Wars ever.
Hello. Are you sure you want me to be next?
Absolutely. I'm asking you because, and we'll get into this in a second, there's a ton of nostalgia in this, but if you haven't seen all the Star Wars, I would like to know what you thought of it. So, what did you think?
So as someone who hasn't seen the Star Wars or most of the Star Wars movies, I mean, I've seen a couple, but never would call myself a fan. Haven't seen the other Star Wars special, didn't know there was one.
That's okay.
Yeah, not a lot of people have seen that, so that's cool.
No one should see it.
Okay. Okay. So I watched this movie twice because the first time I made it like 35 minutes in and realized I hadn't looked up from my phone. So then it's a 45-minute movie. So then the second time I watched it with Paul, a Star Wars fan, and I was like, you can help me get through this. Like, it'll be fine. At the end, Paul was like, what did we just watch? Like, even a Star Wars fan did not like it at all. And I honestly couldn't tell you what happened. I think I watched a total of like 6 minutes of it because I couldn't pay attention. I tried so hard so many times and I had no idea what happened. So, great movie. That's all I have to say about that.
We're not going to have a lot of specifics from Quackman today, but
No.
Brian the Lion, what do you think? I highly doubt you're on the same page, but...
No, I think I find myself closer to number 66. I definitely understand where Quackrin is coming from because as I was watching this, I did find myself thinking, if you don't like Star Wars, a lot of these jokes won't make any sense to you because so many of them were self-referential. Just like knowing the characters and knowing the story definitely helped you enjoy it. But for me, I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was cute. As someone who does enjoy Star Wars, I was easily able to follow and I got some kicks out of the jokes.
Walter, you must be on the same page.
No, I am not. It wouldn't be a show if me and 66 didn't disagree. So I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Was very excited about this, and I just felt like it didn't live up to the hype. Could have been because I had my expectations really high for this. Thought the concept was going to be great. When you compare it to the other Legos movies, the jokes just wasn't hitting to me. It was a lot of, but not really that funny. And then it was slow. It was a 49 minute movie that felt like it was 2 hours, and I was trying to get it over with. Like, come on, I'm like, this is dumb. I want this over with, and I was very disappointed. Sorry.
I feel you, Walter.
You don't have to be sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I watched it.
Me too.
Wow.
Twice.
Yep.
I actually agree with Walter in a little bit. I also thought the beginning was slow. But once it ramped up, Rey went on her journey. That's when I kind of got into it, and I liked it, but I guess I will have to agree with everyone. I liked it because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But what I wanted to mention up top was the CG was amazing. The actual design of this movie, I know it's Legos, was incredible. There was actually texture on the characters that most people just kind of, pass off. I liked it maybe a little bit less than 66, but definitely a lot more than everybody else in the jungle here. So you couldn't follow any of the story, Quackrin, taking out all the Star Wars references?
No, there were so many times when I looked at Paul and I was just like, wait, what's happening? He's like, I don't know. They just jumped from one thing to the next. Like, he was like, this is all over the place.
They were essentially just jumping from, like, Star Wars movie universe to another Star Wars movie universe that, as a Star Wars fan, you could recognize, like, oh, now they're doing, like, The Mandalorian.
Right. Now they're on a pod racer. Now they're on the Star Cruiser above Naboo.
But if you haven't seen any of those things, then it kind of doesn't make any sense.
I think that's why I didn't like it. It was what we always discuss, giving fan service. And that's all this was to me. Yeah. And the plot was subpar. I mean, I really was hoping it was going to be better because I love that concept, travel time, and then all of a sudden everyone's going to battle each other. I get it, it's a Lego movie, so you can't get too serious, but I just was hoping for more than what they did.
Was that the concept?
Well, I just suspended the disbelief here. Like, all right, she's going through time. Is it realistic that this is all happening and everybody ends up right there in front of Farm Boy Luke in front of his house? No, that's not realistic that everybody's traveling through these portals. But I just kind of like accepted it as a kid's thing in Lego. They're just making a lot of references at a lot of Star Wars things. So I just appreciated all the references, I think. That's why.
Oh, yeah. What I think it was missing was some of the stuff that the Lego movies do have, and there was one or two jokes in this one where her hair comes off and she has to fix her whole head because it's all one piece. Mm-hmm. That stuff's funny, and that's what they did a lot of in the Lego movie. I think that maybe would have helped non-Star Wars fans.
I also feel like the Lego movies always have like fun musical numbers in them, which were missing from this.
Mm-hmm. And it's ample opportunity, a holiday movie.
Yeah, like I kind of expected that, and I was like, oh, no, you didn't go for that? It seems like a weird move.
Ryan the Lion, who despises all musicals, was disappointed because there wasn't a musical number.
I enjoy, like, spoofy comedy musicals, which is why I like the ones in the Lego movies.
Right.
Everything's awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know much about Life Day, but I feel like it would fit into this.
It definitely would have. It would have been funny if they would have done just what they did in the original holiday special where everything was real life and then a stupid, weird, like, trippy part of that movie was in cartoon form. It would have been cool if, like, a really small, like, 5-minute window was, like, all the real-life actors. I think that would have been funny.
That would have been great.
I've been listening to you talk about this movie for 8 minutes, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I once again have to agree with Quackrin. This one sounds weird, but you boys are still going to talk about it some more, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, we are. Before we get into our ratings, is there anything specific, positive, or negative you want to bring up? I did like some of the jokes. I mean, there was a lot that were making fun of the stuff that I point out with 66, all the stuff that we don't like. When they said, who cares about a trade dispute? That's the joke of, like, the prequels.
It was awesome.
And I liked how pieces were falling off the second Death Star because it wasn't complete. Those kind of things are funny to me, but once again, I know why Quackrin wouldn't get any of them.
But how much did you really laugh at those? Were there not just, like, sets up where it's not enough for you to go, oh, that was, like, hilarious. That was like,
I mean, you're right. I didn't fall out of my seat in laughter, I will say.
But that's what Lego movies are, right?
Like a hearty belly laugh.
Sounds like you were cracking up compared to me.
Yeah. So. But when you watch Lego movies, did you not always, like, there's a lot of scenes where you're just like, oh my god, that's, like, really funny. Versus this was just like, oh, come on. Like,
I agree.
You had the potential, you just didn't do it.
Sitting there with a smile on your face, like, hoping something makes you chuckle.
I thought the whole, like, Ben Solo thing with no shirt was hilarious. And then Hux was, like, in love with him and just kept naming body parts.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I like when the Emperor's like, "You didn't ever like throw your master down an elevator shaft, did you?" He's like, "Oh, a shaft? No."
And Luke with the blue milk the whole time. Like, it's so silly.
Yeah, oh my god, that blew my, which is, again, if you haven't seen the new movies, there's nothing to get there. It just seems weird. But if you've seen the new movies, you're like, oh, nice.
There was a bunch. I even liked when all the stormtroopers made a joke. They're like, we're all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they are. That joke's not funny if you don't know they're clones.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get into our ratings. IMDb gave this an average of 6.6. The critics and the audience together gave it 71% out of 100. What is your banana rating out of 10, and do you recommend it? We'll go from the bottom to the top. Quacker, what do you think?
No, I'm gonna rate this 2 bananas.
Wow.
Because I think I enjoyed this less than anything else we've ever watched. So,
So you recommend this?
no, I don't. I don't recommend this if you are not a huge Star Wars fan. Huge.
All right, Walter.
I'm not going to rate it that low. I'm 4 out of 10. I don't recommend it. If you want to watch a funny movie, then watch the Lego movies. Either one of them, the Batman Lego or the regular one. If you want to watch Star Wars, watch Star Wars. I just think that this is nothing but fan service, and I didn't really appreciate it.
Honest opinion? Ryan the Lion.
I'm going to give this 6.5 bananas. I did enjoy it, but I definitely understand that if you aren't a Star Wars fan, I don't think there's much for you here.
All right, I'm going to go next. I really like this movie. I thought it was funny. Yes, I'm a Star Wars fan. They even had a joke about the Star Wars land in Disney World. They said, let's go to the gift shop on Batuu, which is the land in Disney World.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Nice.
They went deep into the fan service on this one, and I like that. So I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10 bananas. I say watch it. It's funny. Is it as funny as the Lego movies? No, it is not. But as a Star Wars fan, you will like it. And as a Star Wars fan, 66, what is your banana rating?
I liked it. Like, I've never seen any Star Wars or Lego movies before, like I said, so I can't compare it. So that's probably tough for me. It was exactly what I expected. A lot of inside jokes. If you're a huge Star Wars fan, see it. If you're not, obviously, Quackrin says don't. I agree with her. For me, the entertainment value was there. I'm going to go probably 7. Let's go 7.5 for me.
Now, tell us what you thought. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and come back anytime and join the conversation. You're always welcome here at the Entertainment Jungle.
I'm actually surprised you guys. I'm surprised you guys liked it.
Really?
I really. The jokes didn't hit hard enough for me.
I mean, it was a fan movie, like, just like showing me all the things where, like, hey, you remember this? I'm like, I do remember that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I don't think that's enough for the caliber of Star Wars and Lego. When you put the two together, you had the potential to just, yeah.
Quack you next time.